Hello there, I'm Jenny with Cocoa Daisy, and in this video we are unboxing the Scrapbooking and Creative Kit from the October 2025 October Glow collection. Let's start with the Scrapbooking Kit. I'm going to show you the Scrapbooking Kit, the core kit. You can subscribe to this kit that you'll receive in this beautiful folder all by itself, and you'll just receive everything I'm going to show you. Or you can subscribe to it with one of our add-ons. So the 12 by 12 pattern paper, the Simple Daisy notebook, or the pocket cards. So I'm going to first unbox this scrapbooking kit for you. Once I'm finished, we'll go ahead and take a look at each of the add-ons. So as I said, the scrapbooking kit comes in this plastic folder that also has a Velcro closure. It's great for storing all your kit contents in, but once you're finished with the kit, you can store other things in it or take your items on the go. It's really a great little folder. All right, let's start with the papers. So we receive 2 sheets of white cardstock, and they are 8.5 by 6, and they're just the nice, beautiful weight paper that the rest of our papers are printed on. There is 6 sheets of patterned paper. They are each double-sided, so you don't have to decide if you want to use the back or if you want to use the front. So you can see here, look how pretty all of those look together. So you can see this is the front of this, and then the back is this sort of nice tan stripe. The beautiful leaves, and then a different leaf pattern, and on the background there is a very subtle vintage text as well. Hopefully maybe you can get a look at that. And then the back side is this beautiful tan pattern. This is that sheet we saw before with the stripes, the leaves, and the orange. You can see how those 2 different leaf patterns are different. And then here is the tan dots, and this is the other leaf pattern. So very beautiful papers that coordinate together so well, and they have enough decoration to feel really interesting, but they are also fairly neutral as well. So we have a sheet of chipboard stickers, and you can see that their shapes are nice and basic so that they won't compete with your photos or your journaling, but they will absolutely accent that perfectly. And like I said already, they have adhesive on the back, so all you have to do is remove them, and then you can just pop them right onto your project. We also have a sheet of rub-on transfers, and they include a bunch of beautiful autumnal colored leaves, and then also we've got the sweet little bird and a pumpkin, acorn, so a whole lot of fall or autumn goodness there. We have a package of glitter dots and all those beautiful autumnal colors, gold and sort of a yellow, red, a little bit more of a brownish red, and then a beautiful tan as well. All right, so then we have some self-adhesive ephemera. All right, so then we have our stamp set, and the stamp set comes in this nice sleeve, great for storage. And you can see there's circles, there's phrases, and just some little beautiful icons as well to dress up your projects. We also have a couple of little vellum pockets. They are stitched. Can you see that right there along there, the stitching? Super cute. So you'll be able to slip things in there. So let's take a look. Maybe this will fit in there. I'm not sure. Yeah, that fits right in there. So obviously you don't have to use one of the die cuts in the pocket, although that looks really, really cute. You could put journaling or a photo or whatever you would like in the pockets. Then we have a little pad, a tag. They're just paper, they're not self-adhesive, and then little lines and stuff like that. These are super cute. And then look at this. So add that to the tag or to the pocket as well. So lots of different options here. These are great for journaling, even if it's just adding like names and dates or things like that in the on the lines right there. All right, so we do also have a package of die cut alphabets. I'm not going to take them all out, but I will take a few so that you can see the color and the size as well. We also have two little metal tags. See these, how cute these are? I'm gonna put them on the side of this die cut so you can sort of get an idea of like if you tucked it on a paper, what that would look like. I'll pull this little guy out too so you can see that. So if you actually did tuck it behind something, you would just get that little tab right there. Or another great idea would be to use it with these vellum tags. Look how cute that looks, because then you can still see the little back part of the tag as well. So it's very, very cute. And there are two of these included in the kit. These are from 49 and Market, these little brass book plates. Then we also have a roll of washi tape. It's kind of an abstract pattern, but it does absolutely remind me of like watercolor leaves. Maybe if you look at it long enough, you'll see it too. It totally reminds me of that. I think it's super pretty. So this is the Scrapbooking Core Kit. This is what you will receive if you subscribe to the kit with no add-ons. However, we also have some add-ons, so let's go ahead and look at those. The first Scrapbooking Kit add-on that I'd like to share is the 12 by 12 pattern paper. As the name would suggest, these are 12 by 12 inches, and you can subscribe to these with the Scrapbooking Kit or by themselves. So you get 6 different designs that are double-sided. So you can see here, there is these leaves, and then on the back side is this geometric orange dot pattern. It's beautiful. Look at this beautiful autumnal scene. It's so pretty. And then on the back are these multicolored stripes. Here is the scene, and then the multicolored stripes. Then we have this sort of abstract dot pattern, and then a different leaves. You can see right here, it's not the same as the other one. It has the little birds included. Now this is a gold leaf pattern, but not like a realistic leaf. And then the back is, again, this beautiful brown plaid. They just all go together so beautifully. Okay, so now this is the sheet of all of these vintage labels and ledgers, and basically let's just call them documents, right? And then the back side is the lovely tan stripe. And then lastly, we have this modern dot stripe paper on this beautiful tan, let's call it tan. And then a very simple leaf pattern with a subtle ledger. We saw that in the core scrapbooking kit. So those are the 12 by 12 pattern papers. And again, you can choose them as an add-on with the scrapbooking kit, or you can subscribe to them on their own. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the Simple Daisy notebook. Now this is a great notebook. I'm going to explain to you why. It's standard size, so it's a standard size traveler's notebook, and it has a heavy duty craft cover, so it'll keep it sort of protected. You could also remove it if you felt so inclined. The inside always has a beautiful cover, and then the back cover also lovely right here. Crisp air, cozy heart, clear mind. Okay, so then the pages inside have a mix of neutral pages, and what I mean by that is this is a grid, and then patterned paper. So you can see all of the patterns that are included in the others, but then we have a dot grid on this side, a grid on this side. Look at these lovely vines. See how fun that is? So this is wonderful for scrapbooking, but it also would make an absolutely fantastic journal as well. You have the grid. Now we have a ruled sheet with the cute little leaves and bird. All of these paper products are produced somewhat locally to Cocoa Daisy at a print shop that uses both recycled papers and recycled inks. Look how pretty that little cluster is over there on the corner. I love that you get a lot of decoration in here, but you also have room to add more or just use it as it is without adding any more, and it would be perfect. Then you have a spread like this where it is just completely blank, and so you can add all of your own decoration. It's a great place for those patterned papers and other embellishments. Look at this cool stripe. This is a grid. I only mention that because I know that they're fairly faint, and so you may not be able to see it. This is a dot grid. Oops, then we have those cute little ghosts. And then the back cover. So again, you can subscribe to this as an add-on with the scrapbooking kit, or you can subscribe to it on its own, or there's a third option, you can subscribe to it with our planner kit. And then last add-on is our pocket cards. I say this every month I do an unboxing, but they're just so beautiful. There's so many beautiful images contained in these pocket cards. It's always very exciting to share them with you. So these are the 4x6 cards, and you can see they have designs on both sides. You will have to choose which one you want to use though, I'm sorry. So then this has all the different words associated with fall. And then this one has plenty of room for journaling or a photo. Honestly, sky's the limit. And then a monthly calendar on the back. Okay, so now let's take a look at our 3x4 cards. These are also double-sided. This says slowing down, looks like this. Soft skies and slower days. Now, one of the things that's kind of cool about cards like this is that say you don't love this, like you're not into this for whatever reason, the back side is just a really neutral sort of design, moments I want to remember. It's not specific to any season or any specific type of activity or anything like that. So lots and lots of these cards are like that. So let's take a look at what's on the back side here. Favorite part of the day. Right? It's not specific to fall, which I understand that these stripes might feel quite autumnal, but you don't have to use that card like that. You could use the back side. Fall bucket list, and then this beautiful phrase. Now we have a calendar, which has a Sunday start on one side, and the back side has a Monday start. Then we have simply be content, curious, and kind to yourself. Pause, it's time to rest. I need more of this in my life. And again, you can add some journaling, you can add a photo, whatever. Today, I want to remember. And again, there are lines included, so it would be great for journaling, but you could also just glue a photo right on top of that. This is Halloween. Spooky season favorites. I'm gonna put this aside because I think it's the only Halloween thing included. So, I mean, I know there was one page in the simple notebook, but it's not a Halloween kit, even though it's October. Yes, there is one little thing, but the rest of it is simply regarding the beautiful season that is fall. As the leaves change, so do I. A quiet day well spent. There's that cute little bird falling for October, one leaf at a time. Autumn teaches us to release gracefully. Now, in case you cared, I think this is my personal favorite card of all of them this month. I think it's so cute. Sweater on, world off. And then this one says autumn, a season of beauty and change. And again, it has plenty of room for a photo or some journaling. These are also wonderful, like punched, added to a planner, used like a bookmark. You can tear them up and put them in a junk journal or for your collaging. There's lots of uses for these cards. The stillness of October speaks in rustling leaves. This was so funny, still laughing about this. Golden hours and grateful hearts. This one has the little definition of autumn down there. The view from here. And then this moment brought to you by snacks and bad decisions. And then this says adulting level, today's survival was brought to you by coffee, sweet luck, or sheer luck, I'm sorry, a playlist, snacks, avoidance, and crying in the car. Super cute. So these are the pocket cards, and you can subscribe to them on your own or as an add-on to our scrapbooking kit. It is now time to take a look at the creative kit. I am so excited to share this one with you because there are some changes in this kit. So let's take a look at those. Okay, so the first thing that is brand new to this kit is this paper pad. That's right. It's 6 inches by 8.5 inches, and it includes beautiful patterns on a lighter weight paper. It is beautiful for like tearing and ripping and punching and all the things, like all the layering, right? So let's take a look. There are 2 sheets of each design. I'm so excited. Like I love this pad of paper. So then we have some designs that you've seen before in the scrapbooking kit, but not all of them because you saw the first one that was not in the scrapbooking kit. So there's 2 of each of these designs. And like I said, it is a lighter weight paper than say the patterned paper in the other kits. Like it is wonderful for tearing. I'm going to show one in a minute so maybe you can get kind of the vibes. It's wonderful. This is a new product that will be included in the creative kit going forward. So if you like this patterned paper pad, you are in luck because it is wonderful. And it will be here every month. Obviously, it won't always look like this. It'll have the patterns that coordinate with the kit, but it will be here. And then that is the back side. So let me go ahead. I'm going to take one out just so I can show you about the tearing. I don't know if that helps or not get a feel for the weight, but it is fantastic. I'm very excited about this kit in case you couldn't tell when I said it 5 other times. All right, so then we have the rub-on transfers. So we are not strangers to rub-on transfers in this kit. However, if you take a look at these, you'll see that they're a little bit different, right? There's not a leaf, there's not a pumpkin, there's not a bird. These are all some more like neutral patterns that are buildable, right? So think about layering and tucking this little piece maybe under a photo, right? So I still have the pocket cards on my desk that I showed you already. Like, you put one down and then you layer this pocket card on top and then you add a die cut on top, like just lots of different options for neutral patterns. So for example, if you're a fan of the B sides of pattern papers, so maybe like this one or the one that I tore, yeah, or this one, this is a kit that will really speak to you because it's going to be some more neutral type products that will coordinate beautifully and help you really like dig in and get creative and layer and combine products and stuff like that. So, okay, so next up is our Deco Cards. They come in this little craft pouch, which some of these rub-ons would look incredible on the pouch. These are also great for layering and combining with other products and stacking. Find your quiet. The trees don't change, the wind doesn't rush, October moves gently, and so can we. Autumn is nature's way of showing us how to burn brightly, then rest. Autumn is the season that teaches us the beauty of letting go. Warm mugs, wool sweaters, and the scent of wood smoke. October wraps us up in the softest kind of nostalgia. And then last but not least, when the world turns amber and the air feels tender, we are invited to come home to ourselves. So those are the Deco Cards. They're that nice heavy weight, and they just tuck and layer and piece together so beautifully. All right, so we also have some self-adhesive ephemera. And these are wonderful for all those same reasons that we just talked about because they layer and they look great on their own. All of these are really cool supplies, even if you don't want to layer. Like if you're not a person who's into that, you won't be disappointed because these are so pretty. All right, so we have some of these smaller tabs, and then we also have a bunch of beautiful images. Here is our weekend banner. Here's a little pumpkin, a leaf cluster, a singular leaf. Then there's like this little sort of vintage looking ticket. Here is another leaf like on branches with the bird, and then a single branch, and then some more of the tabs. Now you might be kind of surprised because that's a blue pattern. The bird actually has a lot of blue on him. Then we have, again, another singular little leaf and a last little mini tab. Okay, so then in addition to those things, we also have a little stamp. So it's like a scribble. Can you see that? It's so cute. So just basically like you drew a scribble, and it reminds me of a pencil versus like a pen or a marker. It's very cool. And there is also a Distress mini cube, and this one is Rusty Hinge. And then there are 2 rolls of washi tape. So there is this beautiful like pumpkin patch scene. It's so pretty. You can see all the different pumpkins and the grasses and the vines. So pretty. And then we also have one of our thin rolls. It has just dots on it. So this is the Creative Kit, and you can subscribe to this on our website. One note for you longtime Creative Kit subscribers or enthusiasts is missing is the sheet with the alphabet stickers and the round circle dates. Those are now included in the planner kit. So historically there were 3 sheets of stickers in this kit. There was a days of the week, there was a decorative sticker sheet, and then there was the round dots and the alphabet stickers. The 2 sheets, the days of the week and the decorative stickers, are no longer. They have been retired, so to speak. The date stickers and the alphabet stickers are now in the planner kit. So go check that one out.